Hello, welcome everyone. This is another video where we're going to use the sum rule of derivatives to solve for the derivative of this function. So the sum rule of the derivative states that the derivative of the function equals to the derivative of the individual terms of the function inside the function. So here we have function with two terms. So the derivative of this function is going to be the derivative of each individual term inside the function. So that's the sum rule of derivatives. Let's go ahead and start solving the problem. So I'm going to write it as derivative. So we have, we want to take the d over dx of cube root of x to the 4 plus 5x squared. We want to take the derivative of this, and the derivative of this function, or the expression, is going to be the sum of the derivative of each term. So it's going to be d over dx of cube root of x to the 4 plus d over dx of 5x squared. Okay, so we can go ahead and solve this now. So we are going to apply the power rule to each of these terms. So we're going to have, let's go ahead and simplify this a little further, the cube root. So I'm going to write it as x to the 4 and raised to 1/3. So I'm going to bring the cube root as a, because cube root is the 1/3 exponent. So x to the 4th under cube root, you can write it as x to the 4th raised to the 1/3 power plus d over dx of 5x squared. Okay, so now rewrite that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna need a new slide. So here we have d over dx of x to the 4th to the 3rd power plus d over dx of 5x squared. Okay, our second term. Now let's go ahead and simplify this a little further. So d over dx, when we have an exponent, x to the raised to another exponent, we can multiply the exponents, and that would be the final exponent of our term. So x to the 4th times 1/3. We're going to go ahead and multiply these. This is what the laws of the exponents tells us to do. Plus, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the constant out of the derivative, because constant is multiplying with this variable term. So, and we have x squared inside left by itself. So now we have d over dx, x to the 4th third plus 5 d over dx x squared. Now we're going to go ahead and apply the power rule here. So when we apply the power rule, the exponent becomes the coefficient. So 4/3 comes to the front, 4/3 times this term x, and raised to the 4/3, we subtract 1 from it, plus 5 times this 2 comes to the front, times x, 2 minus 1. So we simplify this further, 4/3 x to the 1/3, 4/3 minus 1 is 1/3, plus 10x. So this would be our final answer. Hopefully this helps.